My name is Ben Domain, Managing Editor with WestfordCAT, and here's this week's edition of WestfordCAT News. From our reporter, Melanie DeRonio, the Middlesex County District Attorney's Office has released a community interaction form to report incidents motivated by hate or bias. The Westford Police Department met with the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee on April 28th to discuss two recent incidents and how the DEI Committee and Westford Police Department can collaborate on reports in the future. Two incidents, one on January 3rd and another on April 22nd, involved teenagers using racial slurs in public, which were later reported to Westford Police. According to the department, a hate or bias incident is, quote, an action or behavior motivated by hate, but which for one or more reasons is not a crime. Examples of these incidents include name-calling, insults, displaying hateful material on one's property, posting hate material online, or distributing materials with, quote, hate messages in public places. Officers later followed up with families regarding the incidents. The department advises residents who witness a hate or bias incident to immediately notify the department, with Deputy Chief Ronald Palaskis telling WestfordCAT that these incidents are a priority for the police department. This new form can be filled out through a downloadable item in the Middlesex District Attorney's Office website. Ever wonder how WestfordCAT is funded? Right now, we're primarily funded through cable franchise fees. These fees, which are negotiated between the town and cable companies, pay for the bulk of our funding. As residents cut the cord, WestfordCAT loses key revenue to fund our operations. That's why we're supporting the streaming bills. Both bills, H74 and S34, enact to modernize funding for community media programming, would update the law to allow us to continue to deliver educational services, programming, and government meeting coverage to our residents. The bill, which is now with the Joint Committee on Advanced Information Technology, the Internet, and Cybersecurity since February 16th, would require streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, and HBO to pay 5% of their annual gross revenues to a new streaming entertainment fund, which would credit communities based on their population. The bill is co-sponsored by our Representative, James Arcero, and our Senator, John Cronin, who both represent Westford. This bill would level the playing field, allowing for new investments and a more stable funding source for cable access stations to continue to provide crucial programming and local news coverage to our communities. After the threat of rain forced organizers to reschedule the first event, the First Parish Church United hosted Westford's 47th Annual Strawberry and Arts Festival. With displays from the Westford Museum and Prospect Hill Forge, live music from the WestfordCAT, and over 80 vendors, the festival was jam-packed with activities. Here are just a few of the photos you can check out on our website at westfordcat.org. According to organizers, next year's festival is planned for Saturday, June 15th. Next week, we'll update you on Westford's water rate, which is set to increase on July 1st, and what that means for you going forward. That's all for this week. I'm Ben Domain, and you're watching WestfordCAT News.